It's been a very wild election, and it is going to get much wilder. In this video, we will look at Weibo. First off, read this disclaimer carefully, and remember, like, subscribe, share, and comment. We will look at one of the megatrends, social artificial intelligence / machine learning, massively outperforming the S&P 500, big time. You can see that Weibo, it is a Chinese social media company, social networks. It is the worst performing as far as the 52-week low goes, and rather mediocre as far as the 52-week highs. So that's in some ways that could be an issue, but on the other hand, as we will see in this video, it opens up some opportunities. So here is Weibo's description of their business model. So basically, as you can see here, you have a feed feature, individual page, enterprise page, follow, repost features, comment, like, favorite, mention, messenger, discovery products, information feed, search, object pages, trends, discovery channel, Weibo games, VIP membership, apps. So basically, you have a bunch of features that we see on other major social media platforms. And the big thing about Weibo is that, it is Chinese. If we look at the big picture, there's been the great rise of China and the chaos surrounding the election in USA, which, then again, of course, it was a big surprise. The pollsters were wrong again, and Trump performed much better than expected. The deeper problem is that this creates a legitimate problem. It delegitimizes the American media and also the electoral process, the system, and that is to the benefit of China. So yeah, this is a problem. It really. It's a problem for America, that is. But this is actually one event in a much bigger picture where, this competition between the Western political system and vis-a-vis the more Asian political systems, the one that has been losing legitimacy is the Western one, due to inefficiencies and a host of other issues. The other big event this year was certainly the massive distinction in the ability to tackle the pandemic crisis, in which East Asia did very well, while the West, not just America, but the West broadly, is struggling. But basically this is like the meta picture. So let's focus a bit more specifically now on Weibo. So this is the seasonality of Weibo, the stock. November is actually a decent month for Weibo. Let's look at it against the S&P 500. We will not do a deep dive into the seasonality here because we don't have that many years, only 7. Yeah, so outperformance vis-a-vis the S&P 500, there usually is some strength here in November. So let's now jump into the charts. This is the Giga picture, weekly data points. This is all the data we have. Massive rally, but we've seen a huge, deep, protracted bear market here for Weibo. So from the high to the recent low, minus 79%, definitively bear market territory. But we have seen a change in sentiment. Very bearish. Now, this seems to be like an equilibrium zone, and it looks like a rounding bottom in development. So rounding bottoms, they are one of the more reliable patterns in technical analysis. And if this becomes a rounding bottom, then we could expect something like this, which would favor the bulls. And we are already seeing that the bears are struggling to push down, and the bulls are gaining leverage. So this is interesting, very much interesting. The correlation with S&P 500 is 54%, a negative correlation. Let's go here to the daily data points so we can get this rounding pattern in more nuance. So you can see here that the red 200-day moving average being a resistance level, fail. Now, not only have we gotten above it, but we used it as a support level. Then again, this is also very bullish. Here we have the death cross, the 50 days slipping below the 200-day. Here we have the golden cross just happened recently. That is, again, it's bullish. Very much bullish. The accumulation distribution is not picking up that much yet. I would like to see it a bit higher, but there is some constructive development there as well. There's a 38% positive correlation with S&P 500 on the daily data points. So technically, I would put this in the bullish opportunity camp. So let's now dive a bit into the fundamentals. So here you actually have some technicals here from Finviz. They do draw these resistance lines that we are fighting a bit. You can see here that Weibo does move in these cycles very frequently actually. Hence, it wouldn't be a major shock to see maybe a little bit of a pullback until we rally higher. Options are available, it is shortable. Here you can see the performance year to date. It's been a bit mediocre, but that opens up some opportunities because stocks that are, so basically the saying is buy low, sell high. Buy fair, sell greed. When we look at the average analyst price target, you see here that Weibo is currently trading for $40.53. The price target is $41, only 1% above the current level, but at least there is some more upside according to the analysts. When we look here at Saks.com, they have a number 3 hold, a C value score, which is, that's decent given that this is a tech-ish stock. Degrowth and demomentum. Industry rank, bottom 32%. They just have a broad category called internet content. So I'm not really a huge fan of the industry categorization here. I would say, this is more clearly social media. There's no dividend, market cap 9.4-ish billion US dollars. Some size. Okay, so to sum up my take here on social media as a theme, I am bullish long-term on social media, but I do think that this is one of the themes where there will be most chaos and volatility going forward. Social media has become heavily politicized. I think there is an incredibly high risk of new competitors entering. We have seen that the right side of politics, of the political landscape, not simply in America, but also more globally, are very critical of the current incumbents. And there is a lot of money on that side of politics, hence I think there's almost guaranteed that there will be some major competitors to these ones. And one of the rumors is that Donald Trump, if he does not win this election, he has very big ambitions about starting a media empire. Hence, he is very likely, even if he doesn't become a likely candidate for winning this election, as the million ballots are counted, he becomes a very likely candidate for being the founder of a major social media competitor. So that's something to keep a bit on the radar, and that would be disruptive. It simply would. And that would be bearish for many of these stocks. And yes, so as far as going back to Weibo, I am bullish. We looked at the technicals, the fundamentals, the zeitgeist is also in favor of China. The problem is that there is good reason to think there will be more competitors, and also there's been so many booms and busts in social media. Think about MySpace. I mean, there's a long list of these huge social media companies that grew so fast only to completely collapse. So there is extreme volatility in this space. Whatever you do, of course, Don't fight the trend, and may the trend be with you.